What would you do if your nephew deliberately destroyed your son's most prized possession and his mother simply laughed it off? In today's story, my choice led to a family firestorm, but it was a masterclass in consequences. My sister, Karen, and I have always had a strained relationship. I'm usually the one to just let things go to keep the peace, but there's only so much one person can take. We both have sons who are close in age. My son, Leo, just turned 11, and her son, Kyle, is 13. For Leo's birthday, I'd saved up and bought him the new gaming system he had been dreaming of. He was over the moon, glued to it every chance he got. His face lit up with pure joy. Karen has always been bad with money. It's a recurring theme in our lives that I end up lending her money for her bills or for things her son needs. Knowing this, I was aware that my nephew Kyle probably wouldn't get the best Christmas gifts. My heart went out to him. So this year, I decided to go a little crazy and bought him the exact same gaming system I got for Leo. It was already wrapped and sitting under my Christmas tree, a little secret beacon of generosity. Yesterday, Karen and her family came to visit. My son Leo, in his innocent way, asked if he and Kyle could go play his video games. I said yes, of course, but gave them a pointed reminder to be careful with it. About 30 minutes later, my peace was shattered by the sound of my son's panicked footsteps. He came running to me, his face streaked with tears. I asked him what was wrong, and he just grabbed my hand and pulled me toward the front hall. When we got to the staircase, my stomach dropped. There on the tiled floor at the bottom of the stairs was Leo's new system, smashed into a dozen pieces of plastic and wiring. Someone had deliberately thrown it from the upstairs landing. I knelt down, asking Leo what happened, and through his sobs, he pointed a trembling finger at his cousin. I looked at Kyle for an explanation, and he just started to laugh. It wasn't a nervous giggle, it was a smug, condescending laugh. It was a stupid baby toy, he sneered. I saw people breaking them online. At that moment, Kyle laughed, completely unaware that his momentary act of jealous destruction had just obliterated his own Christmas. Just then, my sister Karen strolled in. I explained what her son had done, how expensive the system was, and that he needed to be disciplined for his actions. I told her, point blank, that I expected her to pay for what Kyle broke. She laughed, an airy, dismissive sound that cut me deeper than the sight of the broken console. You shouldn't have let them play unsupervised, she said, deflecting. That was your fault. You're a bad parent. This revealed Karen's greatest fatal flaw, her absolute refusal to take responsibility, a trait she had unfortunately passed down to her son. She insisted Leo would get over it, that it wasn't important. Seeing my son sitting on the cold floor, trying to fit the shattered pieces of his birthday present back together, broke my heart. A cold resolve settled over me. I stood up, walked silently over to the Christmas tree, and picked up the wrapped gift meant for Kyle. My sister watched me, a quizzical look on her face. Why are you making such a big deal when you have another one already? She asked, oblivious. I ripped the festive paper off in one swift motion, revealing the pristine, identical gaming system. I handed it to my son. Go upstairs and set this up, sweetie, I told him. Then I turned to Karen, and I laughed. That, I said, my voice dripping with ice, was your son's Christmas gift. But since it's not important and it's just a stupid baby toy, then he obviously won't miss it. I pointed to the door. Leave. The realization of what he had just lost hit Kyle, and he began to wail that my son had stolen his system. No, I corrected him calmly. Yours is the one you smashed. Karen was livid, screaming that I would never see them again. Okay, I said, and slammed the door behind them. Of course, the phone call started. Other family members, fed a one-sided story, have been calling me an asshole, saying I ruined my nephew's Christmas, but I don't think I did. My nephew is 13, he knew exactly what he was doing. His jealousy and his mother's terrible parenting ruined his Christmas, not me. My sister was never going to make it right, so I did what I had to do. As one person commented online, this was his first real lesson that actions have consequences. Kyle needed to learn that he can't just destroy whatever he wants and expect no repercussions. They all think I should go out and buy him another one, but I simply don't have that kind of money. Ultimately, this was about teaching a spoiled child and his enabling mother a lesson they would never learn otherwise. So I have to ask, was I wrong to take back the gift, or did my nephew get exactly the Christmas present he deserved? What would you have done in my shoes?